evening. It's 2nd of May. It's 20 to 12, the end of the day, as always. And that's going to be a wrap-up of my day building Uniflow from scratch with zero money, almost zero money, I would say. Today, as always, I started the day from the meeting with Nkiruka and Fortunatus, where we were talking about their current tasks and where they're in the progress of what was assigned to them. As yesterday we discussed that they could take the day off because they had bank holiday in Nigeria. They decided to not take the day off, or at least not the full one, and both of them almost accomplished their tasks. Fortunatus, I feel like, as he is an intern, he still needs to work a little bit on attachment to details over the next few months, because right now, as far as I can see, he is doing everything, but he's not paying attention as much to the details, and as a front-end developer, he needs to pay attention to the smallest details. And as far as developing the website is not really easy part, because the functionalities that I have in the website are really complicated, especially if you need to build it on different screens, and especially if you're just learning the new language, a new framework. And then I still feel like he's doing everything, trying to accomplish everything faster than he should, without paying proper attention to those details. So I'm gonna definitely try to get him to focus more on those areas. In terms of Nkiruka, everything is fine. She's struggling, I would say. She's trying to fix one error that she said that she will fix by the end of today, because she knows what the error is, and then she will also get on the task with the second. Get to work on the second task. So after asking her whether we are still on the plan that we set up yesterday, she said that she's confident that everything can be done within the time frame. The same goes in terms of Fortunatus. So that's great. Later on I met with Chris, and during the day I was working on some designs, but also on the video that I was trying to do yesterday, but unfortunately I realized that I need to record their voice again, therefore I did it today again. And when I was trying to record or really edit everything, I realized that there are some functionalities in the cash flow that doesn't really properly work. It's a really small fix that has to be corrected, but because of that I couldn't record the screen, I couldn't record the video for that video that I was recording. And so I met with Chris at around 2:30. Shivam told me yesterday that she won't be able to join today, so I met with Chris. We were discussing all of the tasks that he done last week, and that I was thinking that they are not really correct, but they were all done properly. In terms of all of those tasks that he assigned, 90% was finished, which is great. And then I've asked him, because this is the last stage of because this is the last stage of our development, and from now on we are going to just develop new things. We are not correcting anything old, and that's the step where we are actually going to contact investors, well, angel investors. And as far as I would prefer get that money, or like get investment from our users, from the average Joe, I would say, that is not a true investor, I will start contacting angel investors and trying to build those connections with them, to get funding for further development, because I feel like that's going to speed up the whole process of development, and bringing even more value to the table for the users. As well, we also, for the releasing version, not for the testing version, we need to implement the payment features, we need to implement the identity feature, which is implemented, we just need to activate it, I would say. So that's the thing. And I was just asking Chris whether how does he see it going forward in terms of further development. And yeah, we had a nice conversation, everything went very smoothly. We also talked about the further steps of development, how I would see it, and I asked him which road he would like to take, which task that I have planned already he would like to take. He said that he needs to think about this. I've also chatted with David, who has a sore throat, so he couldn't speak very much, so we were chatting for a second. Today he said that everything is so far so clear, and he's building what he needs to build, which is the business identity. I'm supposed to have the meeting with the Amber, and if you would follow me from the very beginning, which not too many people have, or probably no one really, Amber was the first person who joined Uniflow, the very first person who I actually met and who I wanted him to become a CTO. but he didn't have too much time along the way, so nothing really pans out after that cooperation together, I would say. But we still keep in touch, still talk, and he wanted to meet with me to see the product, to ask few questions. But somehow he forgot about the meeting, or whatever happened on his side, he didn't join, so we didn't meet. He later on asked me whether we can reschedule for tomorrow, so I said yeah, of course. And that would be it for today.